Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Marvel Monday. And today I will be presenting you with my 2021 Top 10 Marvel Legends list. I will be presenting this list in no particular order. None whatsoever. I am just randomly placing a figure and a number together. Except for the one honorable mention that didn't make the list, because they didn't make the list, but just barely didn't make the list. Other than that, the figure had to have been released in 2021, and I have to have it or have had reviewed it, or it be in my house somewhere. Because I do sometimes review the Digital Cave Boys stuff, because it's stuff I want to review, but not necessarily stuff I want to own. So he helps me out with that, and I thank him for that. But in this case of Marvel Legends, all of it is mine, and I own it. And I have either reviewed it or have a review pending for it. So, without further ado, let's get into it. And first up, we'll show and tell our runner-up here at Digital Caveman Presents. And for me, the runner-up will be Greer Nelson, also known as Tigra. She just barely beat out another figure for a spot on here. Mainly because the figure that beat her out has not had a figure before in any line that I know of. And this is Greer's second figure, I believe. At least second under Hasbro. I don't think Toy Biz ever did a Tigra. I don't ever remember Tigra, and I had all the Toy Biz except for one or two variants. So, there she is, the runner-up, Tigra. And here we have, at number 10, again, these are in no particular order. And these are my opinions, and may vary from your opinion. So, opinions are opinions. You have yours, I have mine, this is mine. But anyway, number 10, here's Callisto, or Callisto, whichever way you like to pronounce it, from the Amazon exclusive Wolverine 5-pack. And even though this figure is reused for the most part, except for the head, maybe the hands. Hell, the hands may even be reused at this point. But, you know, they popped a new head on the Punk Storm or Mohawk Storm, whatever you want to call her, body with a repaint, and here it is, and it worked perfectly. And she got two little, you know, knives, and, you know, that's unmistakably Callisto, or Callisto. And that does it for the number 10 slot. In the number 9 slot, again in no particular order, the classic Red Skull. Because we needed a classic Red Skull. And the good thing about us finally getting this classic Red Skull is a lot of the classic villains wear this like baggy jumpsuit. So this mold can be used and used and used. And in fact, in the same wave, it was used again on Dormammu. And, you know, he's Hydra instead of a Nazi. And I can understand why they would prefer not to put the Nazi symbol on a figure. But, you know, and there is a review on this one forthcoming. Don't have it out yet. but it is forthcoming. So there he is, ladies and gentlemen. Classic Red Skull in at number 9. And coming in at the number 8 spot, again in no particular order, we have Lady Deathstrike, who has needed a new figure forever. Ever since the Toy Biz Lady Deathstrike. I don't think Hasbro has ever done Lady Deathstrike. I think this is the first one. So, and it's a very good one. I like this figure. Again, there's a review forthcoming on this figure. But there she is in the number 8 slot. Lady Deathstrike. And coming in next, again in no particular order, in the, what is this, number 7 spot. Yes, number 7. Dormammu, the classic Dormammu. And again, this one has been a long time coming. You know, I kind of wish they'd have done this one as a Build-A-Figure, but I'm just glad to get classic Dormammu done. And the fact that he came in the same wave with a mold mate, the Red Skull, is, you know, it's awesome. New head, new forearms, and new boots, and you know, the head and this armor piece. Other than that, he's reused, but you know, they came out at the same time, so Red Skull could be reused from him. But there it is, number 7. Coming in at number 6, again in no particular order, we have the Modular Armor Iron Man. And even though this is not my favorite Iron Man armor, this figure is pretty darn good. You know, he's got the articulation, he's got the pinless joints, and he has repulsor lift hands, or repulsor hands, not repulsor lift, duh. Repulsor hands with a hinge in them that they said they couldn't do when they did the 80th Iron Man. But here we go, right here. So there you have number 6 Modular Armor Iron Man. And coming in at number 5, again in no particular order, we have the Deluxe Thanos. I can't remember if he was actually a 2021 figure or not, but I got him in 2021, so I'm going to say it counts because this is my list. But this is this, when I think of Thanos, this is what I think of. This version of him. Not the Build-A-Figure, not the MCU version. This version, the Infinity Gauntlet version. Very cool figure. And very, and this is classic Thanos in my book. So Thanos at number 5. Number 4, again in no particular order, we have the Zombie Captain America from What If. And I'm generally not collecting MCU figures anymore, but I made an exception for this one, and I still might make an exception for the What If Doctor Strange, because he looks pretty darn cool too. I have no interest in the whole wave. I have no interest in building that particular version of the Watcher. I'll wait. Eventually they'll get around to doing a Build-A-Figure of Uatu. But, I mean, from the decos to the mold to, I mean, this dude, I mean, even the shield is crusty looking. And, you know, the off-whites, they're very yellowed. You know, he's ripped up. He's got ribs showing in the back. He's got ribs showing in the front. Somebody definitely took a bite out of Captain America, or 10. And this is a great looking figure. So again, at number 2, no, number 4, yes, number 4. Sad when you can't even keep up with your own count. Number 4, Zombie Captain America. Coming in at number 3 in no particular order, we have MODOK. Now this is Hasbro's first attempt at MODOK, and it's a very good one. I did do a review on this guy. I compared him to the old Toy Biz Build-A-Figure. And, you know, there's cons and pluses for both of them. But this is the one that I'm going to be using. And he sits a little lopsided, it looks like, don't it? There, now he's not lopsided. But, you know, I enjoy this figure. He does have different faceplate. He did have storage on the inside of him, although you have to, you know, pretty much pull him apart to get to it. The blast effect at the bottom. This part is reuse from Professor Xavier Legendary Riders in the Jim Lee hover chair. But this was a new piece. And, you know, the swirly twirly plastic and the wash in the hair. And, yeah, I mean, just even the face detail and the teeth and the tongue. You know, this is an excellent figure, and you can generally find it these days for under the $50 retail for it. A lot of places put him on sale because he didn't apparently sell very well. And I don't know why. This is a great, great, great figure. But there he is, number 3, MODOK. And in the number 2 position, again, in no particular order, here we have Ultron, the classic Ultron. This is the Ultron I think of when I think of Ultron. He's nice and shiny. He's smooth with just a little bit of line work on him and some spikes. And, you know, that Kirby crackle that you can remove, it just kind of puts it over the top. You can put it in his mouth. You can put it in his hand. It's a great accessory piece. And I hope we see this with some other appropriate figures as an accessory. But, number 2, Ultron. Classic. And coming in at the number 1 spot, again, in no particular order, we have the Excalibur 3-pack featuring the classic Captain Britain. At least when I think of Captain Britain, this is the look I think of. I know he had the uniform before this that was like the solid red with the gold lion on it. Then he had this one, and then he had the one from where he got the cross-time caper, where instead of the flag parts, he has like little black diamonds on it or whatever. But Captain Britain, Megan, and this is a look for Megan from later in Excalibur. But again, there's a review forthcoming on this set, and I'll get into all that then. And of course, Kitty Pryde Shadow Cat, which this figure's been a long time coming. This figure I thought they would never make. And this is the first time this particular Captain Britain has been made since Toy Biz. Like one of those last Walmart waves with, was it the Giant Man Build-A-Figure, I think? I don't know. It's been a long time ago. So, I don't know. And of course, let's not forget, it's actually a 4-pack. Because it does also contain Lockheed the Dragon. And he won't stand up, but there he is. And what's a Lockheed? I mean, what's a Shadow Cat without a Lockheed? Lonely, that's what. But there it is, my friends. My top 10 Marvel Legends of 2021. As determined by me and my own opinions. You have your own opinions, and they may vary from mine, and if so, that's fine too. But this is how I see them. And it's according to the ones that I actually own. Not every figure released during the year. Well, that's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching my top 10 list. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews or to help the channel out further, or both. That's cool too. Don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my future content becomes available. And that's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.